Hello everyone. So in the last class we have seen that economic operation of power system neglecting losses. So neglecting transmission losses, we have seen the economic operation of the power system and economic dispatch of the power system. So now we'll move forward and we are going to see economic generation including transmission line losses. So here if I consider the transmission line losses, what is the effect you are going to have? So here we are going to have, so let us consider that a power generating station. So here you are having the generator which is generating the power. Let us take this as a generator. Generating power is Pg, and that generated power is going to be utilized at the generator station, the nearby generating station only. So that is, there is no transmission system here. Just we are having the power demand PD. That power, whatever the power is there, that generated power is going to be utilized at the nearby generating station only. So for that what happens is there is no transmission losses. That means this is let us consider this as a case 1. So in the case 1 what happens is there is no transmission losses, means you have to match the power demand with the power generation. So our aim is to match the power generation with power demand. If this is going to be meets, if you are having only one generator, then the power generated is equal to the power demand. So that is what the case 1. Next consider the another case that you are having the another generator. Let us take this as another generator, so which is connected to the bus. Let us take this as a generator. It is generating the power of Pg and which is connected to a transmission line, and that transmission line, at the end of the transmission line you are going to have the load. At the receiving end, I can say you are having the load. That load demand is PD, and this is what we are calling as a transmission line. So this transmission line will contains definitely the transmission line losses, because you are having the resistance of this transmission line and there is a inductance and resistance effect. Due to that resistance effect you are going to have the transmission line losses. That transmission line loss I can say that as a PL, power loss. So this is what, let us consider this as a case 2. So here what happens is our main aim is to what, to match the power generation with power demand, and also here the other term you are going to have is power losses. So this is what the actual term, power generated is equal to power demand plus power losses. So if you compare with the case 1, you are having the extra term called power losses here. So if we consider the power losses, this is what the general case. In practical you are having this system, because you are having the transmission lines, definitely because our generating stations are far away from our load centers. So if you are having the generating stations far away from the load centers, then you must have transmission lines. So that transmission lines will transfer the power from one generating station to the load side. So towards the load it is going to be transmit the power via distribution center, right? So here I am saying that there is a transmission line. So because of the transmission line having the resistance, you are going to have the transmission line losses, that is PL. So Pg is equal to PD plus PL. So that is power loss. So this is what the extra term you are going to have. So if I include these transmission line losses in the system, then what happens? So how the economic generation is going to be available here? So we'll see. So to introduce the complexity, that we are just adding the transmission line, but previously we are not having the transmission line, just to introduce a complexity, because you must have a transmission line that will introduce the complexity of the system, right? So here you are having the power loss. So that power loss, we are including that power loss in the system. Okay, by considering the power loss, we are going to have the economic operation or economic generation of the power system, right? So here we are having the transmission line losses, means we are going to calculate the general transmission line loss formula. Okay, so if you see here, I'll take that general transmission line loss formula. So first we'll calculate the general transmission line loss formula, then we'll go for the economic dispatch or economic generation allocation with including the transmission line losses. So here let us consider the power loss. Power loss equation, power loss PL is expressed as, so PL is equal to what? Summation I equal to 1 to K or you consider this as a I equal to 1 to, let us take this as a H or N, let us consider this as a N. It is simple, right? Because the next term you are going to have the K, so let us consider this as a N, summation I equal to 1 to N and summation K equal to 1 to N PGI BIK and PGK. Let us consider this as a equation 1. So this is a power loss equation where PGI, so this PGI and PGK are the output powers of units I and K, output powers of the units I and K, where N is the total number of units, where N is the total number of units or total number of plants, or units you can consider. So if I write the above equation, that equation 1 in the matrix form, if I consider that above equation power loss equation in the matrix form, so here in matrix form, that equation 1 can be written as, so if I write that equation 1 in the matrix form, that is PL is equal to PG transpose into B. B is a coefficient of transmission line losses, so B into PG. So let us consider this as a equation 2 for n units. So for this is for n units, it is for n units. So here where PG transpose, so which is nothing but what? PG1 comma PG2 comma so on up to PGN. As I said that these are for n units, so PG transpose which is equal to PG1 comma PG2 comma so on PGN you are going to get. And here B, B is nothing but, as I said, these are the coefficients, transmission line coefficients. So that transmission line coefficients means B11, B12, so on, B1n, and B21, B22, so on, B2n, and again, so up to so on like this, Bn1, Bn2, so on, Bnn. So these are nothing but your transmission line coefficients. So Pg transpose we know, B we know, and Pg also only you are going to get a vertical, right? Vertical matrix. So if you consider for three generator system, power loss equation can be written as, so that can be written as PL, which is equal to B11 Pg1 square plus B22 Pg2 square plus B33 Pg3 square plus 2 B12 Pg1 Pg2 plus 2 B13 Pg1 Pg3 plus 2 B23 Pg2 Pg3. So here this equation, that is power loss equation, whatever the power loss equation is there in the matrix form, we can write for three generators like this: B11 Pg1 square, B22 Pg2 square plus B33 Pg3 square plus 2 B12 Pg1 Pg2 plus 2 B13 Pg1 Pg3 plus 2 B23 Pg2 Pg3. So let us consider this as a equation 3. So here for two plants, if I consider for two generators, right here for two generator system, if we are having only two generators, then PL can be written as, so here power loss PL is equal to B11 Pg1 square plus B22 Pg2 square plus 2 B12 Pg1 Pg2, where, so what is the power? P is equal to equation P1 P2, and if I write the B matrix, that is B11 B12 B21 B22. So this is what your generator, two generator system. So for the three generator system, you are having the power loss, that is B11 Pg1 square plus B22 Pg2 square plus B33 Pg3 square, like that, so on, you have got. But for two generator system, you are having only three terms, that is B11 Pg1 square plus B22 Pg2 square plus B plus 2B1 Pg1 plus Pg2, right? Pg1 into Pg2, right? So that is for two generator system. So let us consider B coefficients. So in order to find the B coefficients, For finding the, let us write here, for finding the B coefficients. So for finding the B coefficients, consider the following, that there are some 3 diagrams are there. Let us draw that. So you are having the, right, so here the first one is supplying, that is Ig1 is supplying here 1, 2, and you are having different loads. You are having, so these are nothing but loads, that is total load current is Id, and here these are the 2 generators. Only one generator is supplying the current, which is nothing but Ij1. Okay. Next, the other diagram, if you see, only generator 2 is supplying, it is 1, 2 is supplying here, and you are having the loads of different loads. So that is current is Id, and here the current is Ij2. So here the current which is supplying is I generator 2. And if you consider the last figure with supplying the 2 generators. So if I consider the 2 generators are supplying, means here this is generator 1 is supplying, generator 2 is also supplying, that is Ig1, here it is Ig2, the current which is over here is Ij, and the load is Id, right? So that is what, for finding the B coefficient, let us consider these diagrams. So from the figure 1, if you see, let us take this as a number, give the numbering for the figures. So this is 1, figure 1, it is 2, and it is 3. So you are having the 3 figures. Let us find the 3 figures. From these 3 figures, we can write. So from figure 1, let us write, from figure 1, current in jth branch. The current in jth branch is Ij1. That is Ij1. That is, if I write here current distribution factors, if I write the current distribution factors, that is N J1 is equal to I J1 by I G1. I J1 is a current which is needs to be calculated, and I G1 is a supplying, right? Next, if I consider similarly from figure 2, so similarly from figure 2, if I consider that current in jth branch in the figure 2, that is Ij2, because only second generator is supplying. Here the first generator is supplying means Ij1, here the second generator is supplying means Ij2. That is, if we calculate Nj2, that is current distribution factor Ij2 by Ig2. So but if you consider from the figure 3, so what is there from the figure 3? The current in jth branch is what? Ij. So here if I write the equation for the Ij, you are going to get here two currents. So these two currents are, let us take not Ig1, Ig2, these are right. These things are nothing but, okay, let me write as it is. So here Ig1, Ig2, but this Ij is nothing but the addition of these two, Ij1 plus Ij2 is equal to Ij, that is Ij1 plus Ij2. That means the current supplying with one generator 1 is on, and the other is current is supplying with generator 2 is on. That means, so from the above equations, that is from these, Ij1 is nothing but what? Ig1 into Nj1. So just write here Ij is equal to Nj1 Ig1, and Ij2 is nothing but what? Nj2 Ig2. So let us consider this as a equation 4, right? We have considered equation 3, so let us consider this as a equation 4. So now consider that, assume that X by R ratio is same for all the branches of network. X by R ratio is same for all the branches of network. All load currents have the same phase angle with respect to the common reference. So all the load currents, whatever the load currents are there, those load currents have the same phase angle difference or phase angle with respect to the common reference, I can say. So let us assume those things. By assuming that you are having, I can write the equations of Ig1 in terms of cos and sine values, that is A plus JB form. If I write that Ig1, so Ig1 equation, if I write magnitude of Ig1 cos sigma 1 plus J magnitude of Ig1 sine sigma 1, A cos theta plus JB sin theta, I can write like that. So the same thing for Ig2, here Ig2 cos sigma 2 plus J Ig2 sine sigma 2. Okay, so J Ig2 sine sigma 2, where sigma 1 and sigma 2 are phase angle of common reference. Okay, so here we know that the power loss formula with respect to the resistance, if you are having the resistance, so power loss, but so power loss is nothing but what? 3I square R, 3IJ square RJ. So this is for 3-phase. So for 3-phase system, it is, let us consider this as equation 5. So for 3-phase system, 3I square R you are going to have. So Ij is nothing but what? So this is Ij. Just to substitute first in the place of Ig1 these values and Ig2 this value, and then write the Ij equation in this. So first substitute these equations. So here you are having the two equations. Just to substitute these, substitute in equation 4. So if you substitute these two in equation 4, then you are going to get Ij equation. So that Ij equation as Ij is equal to N J1 into Ig1 cos sigma 1 plus j Ig1 magnitude, this is also magnitude sine sigma 1 plus n j2 magnitude I g2 cos sigma 2 plus j magnitude of Ig2 sine sigma 2 you are going to have. So here you are having the nj1 and nj2 and multiplied with Ig1 and Ig2 values. So I have substituted that Ig1 and Ig2 values in the equation. Okay, then substitute this Ij in the place of Ij square. So here PL is equal to what? So PL is equal to, just substitute Ij square value, or just first you can calculate the Ij square and then you can substitute later. Ij square, first write Ij square. So here magnitude of Ij square is nothing but n j1, sorry, nj1 into magnitude of Ig1 cos sigma 1 plus j magnitude of Ig1 sine sigma 1. So with this whole square, right, 1 minute. So we'll write both the equations and then we'll take the whole square, right? Plus so right here plus n j2 magnitude of Ig2 cos sigma 2 plus j Ig2 sine sigma 2, and this is whole square we are going to consider. Okay, here whole square. So if I consider the whole square for this, you are going to get the equation as, if you solve this equation, then you are going to get Ij square, which is equal to n j1 square magnitude of Ig1 square plus n j2 square magnitude of Ig2 square plus 2 n j1 n j2 magnitude of Ig1 magnitude of Ig2 cos of sigma 1 minus sigma 2. So this is what how you are going to get, means if you just squaring of each term and then cos square theta plus sin square theta, means you are going to get 1. Here also cos square theta plus sin square theta you are going to get 1, and then cos theta sin theta cos theta sin theta cos a minus b formula. Okay, cos a minus b you are going to get the formula. So let us consider this as a equation number 6. Let us consider this as a equation number 6. So this is what your Ij square. And now in terms of power generation, Pg1 and Pg2 currents may be expressed. So I'm just considering in terms of power generation, Pg1 and Pg2 are expressed as, so here magnitude of Ig1 I can write that as a Pg1 by root 3 V1 cos theta 1, because since we know that Pg1 is equal to R, you can just write power P is equal to what? V root 3 for 3 phase. So P is equal to root 3 Vi cos pi, or you can consider cos theta. So from this only we have got Ig1. If I substitute, Ig1 is equal to Pg1 by root 3 V1 cos theta 1, and just I am writing the other, that is Ig2. So Ig2 is equal to what? Pg2 by root 3 magnitude of V2 cos theta 2. So just substitute these equations. So Ig2 and Ig1, these equations, just substitute those equations. Okay. And Ig1 and Ig2 and Ij in that Ij square equation, that is equation 6. Substitute this in equation 6. If you substitute this in equation 6, so let us write these are the equation number 7. Let us take this as the equation number 8. Substitute equation 7, 8 and 6 in equation 5, right? So what is that equation 5? So equation 5 is nothing but PL is equal to 3 Ij square Rj. So if I substitute that, then you are going to get, so I'm writing here PL, which is equal to Pg1 square by magnitude of V1 square cos square theta 1 into summation n j1 square Rj, here it is j1 plus Pg2 square by magnitude of V2 square cos square theta 2 summation j2 n j2 square plus, so here 2 into Pg1, 2 into Pg1 Pg2 cos sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by magnitude of V1 magnitude of V2 cos theta 1 cos theta 2 summation nj1 nj2 into Rj you are going to get. So from this I can write the coefficients, that is the above equation can be written as in the form of PL is equal to what? B11 Pg1 square for 2 generating stations. 2 generators you are having Pg2 square plus 2 B12 Pg1 Pg2. So just compare these two equations, PL and these two equations. If we compare, then you are going to get B11 is equal to what from that? So here B11 is equal to what? This is B11. So that is here summation J1 Nj1 square into Rj into 1 by magnitude of V1 square cos square theta 1. And if you write B22, so here B22 is nothing but summation J2 Nj2 square into Rj by 1 minus V2 square cos square theta 2, right? So this is the multiplication of Pg2 square is there. So 1 by V2 square into cos square theta 2 into summation J2 in J2 square. And if I write B 1 2. So B12 is nothing but cos of, what is that B12 here? Cos of sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by V1 V2 cos theta 1 cos theta 2. So here cos of sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by magnitude of V1 magnitude of V2 cos theta 1 cos theta 2 summation j nj1 nj2 into r j you have, right? So that is the coefficients, transmission line loss coefficients. I can say these are the transmission line loss coefficients. So the next remaining topics, continuation of this we'll see in the next class. Okay, so